Alright, today I'm going to show you how to print your transparencies for the t-shirt printing process. Right here on Photoshop I have my design. All the backgrounds taken out, all the whites taken out. Where I have what's going to be my ink on a shirt is all black. So to print transparencies, I'm going to go to File, Print. Now in Photoshop, print is down towards the bottom of the menu, unlike every other program in the world that's in the middle of the menu. So when I hit File, Print, I'm going to get a pop-up box, a dialog box for my printer. And I got to select the Xerox printer first. And then I'm going to change the number of copies to 2. And I'm going to hit Print Settings right next to where I select how many copies. This is going to bring up another box with a picture of my printer. Now when you open yours, it will look like this. It will say normal print. The paper will be 8.5 by 11. It'll be white. It'll be plain. Make sure it's on one-sided printing, not on two-sided printing. We're going to click in the drop-down menu for paper and go Select by Tray and go to your bypass tray. When I hit that, you can see the icon of my printer here has opened up the tray right here, and there's a piece of paper there. So I'm going to not worry about anything else and click OK. Next, I got to make sure my layout's correct. Right now it's on a portrait layout where it's taller than it is wide. If you're doing wider than it is tall, a landscape orientation, you'll click on the landscape button. Always check to your preview window right here. So I got to make sure mine is portrait. Also, around my preview, there's dashes on the outside border. That's our piece of paper. That's where the printer cannot print. So I have to make sure nothing is being cut off. If I take the scroll button and move down, I want to make sure I do not scroll with the mouse wheel. That can screw up an option. If my design is hanging off one of these areas, if it's going past where it can't print, I could hit this option here under Scaled Print Size and hit Scale to Fit Media, and it will shrink my image to fit inside this border here. So then I hit Print, and possibly your design, it will say we need to proceed. You know, some might get cut off, and you just click proceed if you know your area is not getting cut off. If you get the message where it's asking you to proceed with printing and you're not sure, you might want to hit cancel and then go back and check in that preview area. Okay, so now I'm at the printer and I want to load it with transparency paper. The printer is telling me to add paper to the bypass tray. So I'm going to pull down the bypass tray and I'll be able to load my transparency paper there. Next on the cart, next to the printers, I have all kinds of different kind of paper. The transparency is the Xerox one. So I'll open that up, take out 2 pieces of transparency paper and load it into the printer. For example's sake, so I can save material, I'm just going to load it with regular paper. For example's sake, I'm going to pretend I printed this on my transparency paper, a little bit different than what I was working with there. I would have 2 pieces of transparency paper. I would come over here to my light table, turn it on, and place my pieces of transparency paper until they're lined up one on top of the other. Then when I get there, I could take my tape one side, tape the other, fold it in, and I have a nice darker area to work with my screen printing. I want to print 2 transparencies. Make sure you do a test print before you print the transparencies. This is good, it's on paper. I could check the size against a shirt. I could double check. There's actually a little piece of black right here I need to get rid of. There might be a little area over there. So I have to double check my design. That black is on both of my sheets here, so I need to go in and get rid of that. So double check everything, make sure size is correct. Then when you're 100% done, print on a transparency.